Well, I try to do a video every day, but sometimes times runs out, or I just don't think about doing it. And so, just this morning before I go in to get my next coffee, I thought I'd talk a little bit about what I was ready to talk about yesterday, which has to do with perspective. So I was reading my read through the Bible in a year, chronological Bible, and it, I was in Numbers. So if you don't know the story in Numbers, is where God's people, the Israelites, are wandering through the wilderness a little bit. God has brought them to the edge of the land. That, man, my eyes are puffy. Is that better? That's not better. Okay, I'm sorry you have to look at me. Maybe less light would be better. Oh, much better, much moodier. So he brings them to the edge, and he sends one person from each tribe. They go in, and it's definitely a land that's very prosperous. A lot of natural resources. They brought big clusters of grapes back. They describe it as a land of flowing with milk and honey. But 10 of the 12 people that went, so they all, I don't know how I want to say this, they all experienced the same things, but they saw it differently. So 10 of the 12 said, but the people there, we're going to die. They're like giants, All they could see was the bad. Two of them, Joshua and Caleb, said, no, God's with us. If we're his people, we can take care of this. We can take this land. And mind you, these people are all together. So what's the difference? The difference is the way they saw it, their perspective. And for this for the 10, the 10 blew it. The 10 worked up all the people, and God said, okay, you're not going to go in now, and there's a consequence to this. And the consequence is, you're going to wander around for 40 years. And of course, by the way, later they say, oh, no, we'll go in now. It's like, no, they missed their chance. They missed their opportunity. And they go up thinking, okay, we can go in. And a bunch of them die. They brought it on themselves. I'm sure there's people there that saw it as like, oh, God did this to them. No, we do it to ourselves. Boy, I could talk about that in today's reading was about what's called Korah's rebellion, where some members of the Levites, which was sort of like the priestly group, the people that helped out with the priest, which was pretty important, good gig. They basically said, who do you think you are, Moses? And oh my gosh, there's so much in this. I was amazed in this passage, these few chapters I read, about how many times Moses fell on his face before God. He was so upset by what was happening. He was willing to, humble himself in that way, make himself look like a fool in front of the people he was trying to lead. Anyway, a bunch of these people end up dying because of their arrogance. And the broad group of people's reaction is, oh my gosh, why did you do this, Moses? It's like, these people brought it on themselves. And yet that's really the way, isn't it? That people will do things in life, in relationships, in business, and they'll bring bad things upon themselves and want to blame somebody else. Let me tell you, that goes back to about the 3rd chapter of the Bible, when Eve says, oh, it's the serpent that did it. And Adam says, oh, this woman that you put here, God, she gave me the fruit to eat. So that's nothing new. So I guess just as leaders, you got to be prepared for it. And also, I know if I'm going to follow Moses's example, which is a pretty good example to follow, I've got to be willing to abase myself and humble myself and intercede and intervene on the fact that on behalf of the people that I'm leading, even if they're being stupid, because I'm stupid sometimes. So, and I know Jesus, I don't know why you're following this. Maybe you don't want religious stuff. there was a Facebook group yesterday where the person that started the group, posted a scripture, and these people left because they didn't want the leader of the group, the person that anyway, it was kind of dumb. I'm just telling you, and I can't remember what I was saying, so I should probably just peace out now. But oh yeah, somebody intercedes on behalf of me, so that's a good example to fall to. All right, peace out. Have a good day.